Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, boys and girls, welcome back to Scrapping Scotland. This is part 3 of our teardown journey of the Kenwood stereo stacking system, and is a culmination of really just taking 5 different parts of a stacking system apart. So we've been through the tuner, we've been through the amplifier, we've been through the CD player, we have been through the radio. What else have we been through? I don't know, been through something else. You'll see if you look at the videos. But one bit we have got left is the tape deck. Ta-da! Okay, double tape deck. Fancy. Okay, beautiful. Pity all this stuff isn't working anymore, because it would have been a lovely system, I'm sure. I'm sure it's had given the previous owner hours and hours of fun. But c'est la vie, all good things must come to an end, and it's ended up with me to be torn apart. Okay, if you have watched some of the previous videos, part 1 and part 2, you'll have seen we've had some nice stuff already, not a great deal. A couple of nice transformers. I think we've had 3 transformers in all, 2 small ones and 1 big one. We've had quite a few DC motors, maybe 3 or 4. And we've had lots of PCB boards with various items on that. So we come to our last piece, we come to our last bit of the teardown, and that is, as I say, the double tape deck. Okay, so we're going to tear this apart. I'm going to do this quickly because I've done all these videos in one day. So if you may be watching them different days, but I've done them all in one day, and I can't wait to get out of here and have a beer and my tea and have a nice evening. Okay, so doing this, sacrificing this for your viewing pleasure, guys. Okay, so I do hope you like it. If you do like it, hit the like button, comment below, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You know, if you're a long-term subscriber, welcome back. I do appreciate you guys coming back and watching all the videos that I upload. If you're new to the channel, welcome along. It's a pleasure to have you. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy this teardown video. So we're going to get to it. We're going to start taking the screws off of this thing. Screws coming out of my ears, that many screws I've taken off of this unit. Okay, so we'll get this down as quickly as possible. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I'll re-angle this camera a little bit so you can actually see the unit and we can get it torn apart. Okay, it should be not too bad. So there's our double tape deck. Fancy. Okay, so a quick look around it before we start taking it apart. Okay, a few screws on the bottom, a few screws on the back, a few screws on the side. No, nothing to it but to do it. Side. 1, 2, 3. And on the underside, there is 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 screws. Okay. As always, we separate the plastics from the metal. As such. Okay, looks like already this top plate's fallen off. Nicely. Okay, top plate off, as always. flatten it down. Little thread into a flat plate. Boom. And again, like most of it, it's like a big empty box. It's been the way, I think, guys. It's been the way of the teardown. Sounds like a martial art teardown, isn't it? The way of the teardown is strong with you, my son. Okay, down. Let's get that out. Cut this ribbon as well, just so we can separate the ribbon from the back plate. As such, shred metal. Okay, separate this plastic bit from the ribbon. It goes on our insulator wire. Okay, so here's the inside. So we've got one big PCB board, which looks like it's got literally no value on it at all, just full of aluminium capacitors. No value, no value. There's some little partial capacitors on there, a couple of small IC chips, and a little tiny weeny bit of aluminium in the corner. The aluminium heatsink right there. So we'll get this off. Okay. 2 seconds. Do a little pause there while the wife was shouting, saying, "Why are you in that shed so long? You said you were going and taking one thing apart." I did take one thing apart, but it had 5 parts to it. You keep that one to yourself. Alrighty, so we're just separating the ribbons, the wires, whatever they're called. Bada boom. Stick them in the insulated wire pile. Separate all the other little wires that are attached to the board. Okay, a little pile of wires. A little pile of wires. Take our board off. That's the only thing that's any good, apart from a couple of IC chips, as I say. The rest of it, well, a couple on the back, couple on the back. The rest of it is geek. Okay, so stick that away one side. And that brings us to our cassette deck units, which I'm thinking is going to yield something for us, guys. It's going to yield something. Has to. Apart from the first thing I took apart, I've not got a lot of value out of this thing. Big shred metal plate. Bada boom. Okay, now got some screws here to get out. All these screws are brass coloured. They would have been nice if they were actually brass, but they're not. They're steel. Okay, first unit out. We'll take a look at that in more detail in a secondo, after we get the other one out. What will be interesting is if there's a difference between the two. Won't that be interesting? No? Maybe not. Not interested. Well, we'll see. Try to fool me. More to fool you. Okay. Again, just a little bit of steel. Take off the spring, stick that in our smallest box. Little steel bracket. Goes with the shred. And then we've just got some panels to take off here. There is a tape. Oh, like the music player, there's a tape. What's the tape? The tape is Genesis. The Way We Walk, Volume 2. The Longs. Not bad at all. Can it be a bit of Genesis? Okay. Not got anything bad to say about that, guys. Okay, I'm going to need the little screw bit to get these ones out. Not too little though, needs to be little but not so little. Okay. Alrighty. Is this all one unit? Is this all one thing? I'm going to pull the whole thing out together. Seems to be connected. We can undo it because it's pinned. It's got pins. Oh, we're hoping they were going to be gold plated pins, but they're not. But we've got more tactile switches. It has been a plethora of tactile switches within this overall stacking system unit, I have to say. More again. And guess what? The final one. Can you guess what's going to be on it? Yes, you're right. Tactile switches. And that's that. Okay. The rest of that is plastic. Have a quick look around it and make sure there's no springs. I'm sure there'll be a spring somewhere. A couple of little metal pieces. A flathead screwdriver and get them out. As you know, guys, no metal remains. That's the motto. No metal remains. We get it all out. Get it out, son. Christ, well, we'll try and get out. If it wasn't so stubborn. Right. Just get a little bit we can grab onto it with the snips. Pull it out, like so. Okay, and that's just plastic. To go on a plastic recycling. This is all ABS plastic, which means it's recyclable, so you just stick that in your recycling bin. That's all you do. And it'll get recycled. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, no, take the front plate off. Get the unit out. There's the unit out. Ooh, something flew there. Little bit of plastic went airborne. Alrighty. Look at you. Cut my finger with that one. Did he cut it? Did he cut it? Oh, a little tiny whiny cut. I know I should be wearing gloves. I know I should. But it's nothing you can see. It's nothing. There's no blood. There's nothing. It's a scratch. Don't worry yourself. Health and safety. Right, that's that. Plastic done. Plastic there. Coming out my ears and plastic. That's why we keep it out of landfill. No metals, no plastic in landfill. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of these. I'm not going to take both of them apart. I'm going to show you one because time is getting on. Okay, so I'm going to take it all apart. Brackets. A packet of brackets, please, sir. Lots of screws. Too many screws for a tiny wee unit. It's just a tiny wee unit. Got lots of screws. Talking about screws, I think I've been in here that long doing this, I'm turning into a screw ball. That's not coming apart. That can sit one side. Ooh, there's a little bit of brass fell off there. Like, ooh, a little bit of brass. A little bit of brass. Love a little bit of brass. Rightio. Meow macas. I think I can only see any more screws. So I'm going to start with the old leverage and lever some of these bits out. So we spring. Oh, that one went airborne. Oh, another airborne. Just fly. Come fly away. Just come fly with me, actually, isn't it? Let's fly away. Oh yeah. Break it off. How to get this out? Try the old snibbity snips. Get that out of my way. That's not working. Right. You out of my way. You out of my way. You fly away. Another fly up. I'm going to be finding pieces of this for months, guys. All a bit. But it's now gone to that time of the evening. I just want to get it done. Get some food. Nice little copper reel there. Yes. We'll take that to the bank. No, that's not coming off. Maybe it comes off the other way. Yes, it does. Okay, so that'll be a little bit of stainless steel through that brass. Yep, definitely is stainless steel, this little piece. Put that to the side at the moment. Another piece of brass. Let's get our little copper piece off. There's our little bit of copper. You dirty copper. And then the only thing left on this ting is our DC motor. If I can get a bit into it, that I can actually snip it off. It's not proven very easy. happens when it doesn't get too easy. Smash it. Then it comes off. So that was not my preferred approach, folks, but sometimes you just have to use a little bit of brute force. That, as they say, is how the cookie crumbles. I'm just going to stick this in the vise so I can just take this bit off. Ba-bum, like that. Alrighty. And that's about all I want to take apart of that. Okay. Don't have to snip all this plastic stuff off, you can actually just stick that in. I do like to try and clean up my metal a little bit. Don't like to send it all with loads of plastic on it. It's not good. Not good quality stuff that way. And I like the quality stuff. Okay, so that'll do. Okay, that'll go on a shred. Okay, and then we've got one more to do, but we'll not do that at the moment. Alrighty guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this evening. So there we go guys, that in one evening over 3 videos is a Kenwood stacking system taken apart. Okay, so what did we get out of it? We got lots of PC boards with various items. We got one power cord, the copper obviously, and brass pins. We got several pieces of brass. We got a couple of big aluminium heat sinks. We got 3 transformers, a couple of copper reels, and a lot of mess, and a lot of shred steel. So that was it guys. Hopefully you were entertained, even just a little bit, by that video. If you were and you haven't subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join me as I tear down more electronics. Okay, thank you as always guys for coming along and joining me on the tear down journey. Appreciate your company as always. Wouldn't be the same just me doing this myself and nobody watching. So let me know you're watching by hitting that like button, give me a wee comment down below, and hit that subscribe button as I keep telling you. So you're going to listen eventually and you're going to hit it. You know you want to. Okay. Alright guys, stay safe, have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Scrapping Scotland, Scottish Scrapper, out of here.